from the Valley, Phoenix, Arizona, I'm Blake Suniga with our analysts Tim Swartz and Brian Banafatemi, and we're ready to roll. And now a quick check of our starting lineups showing us who will hit the floor first. Now here is Sims. Defense is right there. Alyssa Thomas on the wing. She's guarded by Stevens. Thomas outside. Fires for three. Uzan, good.
And one major rule change this year, the addition of the reset timeout.
It's something that's been around in the G League for a while, and it's worked really well there. So they brought it to the W.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it in the G League, and I know it'll be an awesome new wrinkle for the WNBA.
2 on the clock. Kelsey Plum from outside. And it's rebounded by Saji Sabali. Pass to Thomas. Copper, guarded by Jackson. Here's Copper. Over Jackson. And the basket by Copper.
Laser focused. Copper nailing the mid-range.
Outside Plum. Oh! Shot blocked! Here's Uzan. Sabali the screen. For three. Kelsey Plum comes up with the rebound. Pass to Sims. Back to Plum. Got it. Good job in the low post.
It's just so hard to knock Plum off balance. She is so good at absorbing contact and finishing anyways.
And Jackson picks up the foul. That is her first foul of the game. Pass to Uzan. Whitcomb. Copper outside. Drills it from outside.
Well, Copper can sometimes be a selective three-point shooter, so she must have been feeling that look.
And here's Jackson to the paint. And this is her first free throw of the game. That free throw missing.
At the line for the away team.
And no luck that time either.
But you can trust Erica Hamby to deliver all-out effort on the floor. She really puts in the work to make the most of her minutes, and she can be a difference maker for this team.
Now here's Copper. She's got 5. Thomas a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Uzan. Rebound by the Sparks. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
And Brian, teams always benefit from having a reliable veteran around, and Azurá Stevens definitely fits that mold.
Yeah, a seasoned player who has won a championship. Stevens knows what it takes to win at the highest level, and she can set the tone on the floor for her younger teammates.
Now here's Thomas. Looking for her first basket still in this one.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish him there.
Here's Plum. She's got 5. Missed inside. Pass to Uzan. Back to Copper. Uzan. She's guarded by Plum. Thomas with the ball. Working on Stevens. Here's Whitcomb. No good with the triple. The Sparks trailing. Here's Plum. Hamby. From deep. And the Sparks, another three.
But when you get in the pick and roll, Plum can shoot out of it, drive, pass. How do you defend that?
Now here's Sabali. She's covered by Hamby. Here's Copper. Kelsey Plum comes up with the rebound. Outside Sims. Plum, pass to Hamby. Whitcomb over to help. Here's Jackson. Good, and it's Odyssey Sims who picks up the assist.
Fundamental hoops from Odyssey Sims, making sure to get it to the uncovered teammate.
And the basket by Copper.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Jim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
No problems knocking that one down.
Fantastic pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
Pass to Copper. Over Jackson. Score the basket, her fourth, and she's only missed one of her 5 shots tonight.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you're waiting for her to miss when she's that open, you're going to be waiting a very long time.
And the basket by Hamby.
And that's De'Erica Hamby's favorite place to operate. Just terrific inside.
On the wing, Kalia Copper, guarded by Jackson. Copper no good. The Sparks leading. Pass to Plum. Stevens the screen. Outside Sims. Another one falls for the Sparks.
A disciplined player with a consistent offensive attack. Sims alters the game in so many different ways.
And the shot goes down.
Well done to finish that one off.
Here's Plum. She's got 10. Hamby a screen. Now here's Plum. Not a lot of room. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Sims. Free throw line jumper. It's rebounded by Alyssa Thomas.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Right side Whitcomb. Rebound by the Sparks. Plum. Whitcomb defending. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Plum. Misses the 3. Right side Whitcomb. Thomas. Copper outside. Tries it from the top of the key. No good.
That's a missed opportunity right there.
And she'll be the first to tell you that's one she should have buried.
And Odyssey Sims, here we go.
It's hauled in by Uzan.
The Mercury trail. Now here's Thomas. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Good D by De'Erica Hamby.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. Because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Fades away.
Good, and the assist goes to Rakia Jackson.
Give credit where credit's due. Terrific assist inside.
And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
A good look from Copper. Nails the wide open jump shot.
We've seen that Copper is capable of big things on offense. And I'm starting to think this is going to be one of those nights.
Pass to Hamby. Back to Plum. Shoots over Whitcomb.
Plum can't hit. Well, the Sparks have missed the last 3 playoffs. Rare to see LA struggle like this.
An original WNBA team, they missed the postseason just 4 times in their first 24 seasons. Now, this franchise has the best winning percentage in league history, so you expect they'll turn it around pretty soon.
Now here's Plum. 10 points for her. And that one's good.
There's the sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum, looking like art from the mid-range.
Outside Whitcomb. Uzan. She's covered by Sims. Leah Copper for 3. Hamby grabs the miss. Outside Sims. Pass to Hamby. Plum. Hamby a screen. Shoots the 3. And it's Kelsey Plum again missing. Phoenix with the ball. They trail by 1. And here's Copper, guarded by Jackson. Back to Copper. Pass to Whitcomb. The three is up. The three-pointer is on target.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Mercury out in front, up by 2. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter going. And what do you guys think about the Mercury here in this one?
I think the roof is up, but get some people some umbrellas. It has been raining in here. A lot of threes.
Yeah, you know I'm a huge umbrella guy, but hey, when it rains, it pours. And they haven't let up from beyond the arc. Oh, man, she is so good at making those lead passes.
Russell with the screen. Kelsey Plum from outside. Offensive rebound. From downtown, and the three ball is good.
The sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum, dialed in from distance.
Pass to Sabali. The Sparks grab the miss. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute of play. Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Sabali.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Count the basket. The Sparks trailing. Aleman with it. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Brink a screen. Fires from the line. And it's rebounded by Satu Sabali. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Burrell. Prince covering. And she comes up with the deuce. And it's the Mercury with the ball. Pass to Prince. Mack. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
First team foul.
That's on Cameron Brink.
You don't want to get in the habit of letting the offense get right to the rim.
And that's the message they were sending with that foul, saying nothing easy inside with that one.
Yeah, but they got to play a little bit better defense before they get inside.
And the Mercury with possession. Pass to Sabali. Out to the wing. Brown with the screen. Here's Uzan. Brown. It's tipped.
At 6'6", Russell is a capable shot blocker. She knows how to make a statement on defense.
Kelsey Plum from outside. Mercury with the rebound.
Personally, I am shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. She makes you pay on those nearly every time.
To the inside.
Here's Uzan.
They set the screen. Another shot. And again, Phoenix no good. The Sparks with the lead. Now Lemon. Pass to Plum. Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray.
It's obvious that Plum has found her rhythm tonight. Nice to see her making a big impact on that end.
Here's Uzan.
Lets it go from 11, and the jumper is on the mark. Now the Sparks with it. And here is Aleman. Pass to Plum. Prince grabs the board.
Here's Uzan.
She's guarded by Aleman. Unloads from 9. No good. She has missed 3 of her 5 attempts this game.
Brink a screen.
Down low. The layup off target. The Mercury trail. Sabali, guarded by Russell. Satu Sabali drives in. Here's Brown. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second call. Sparks call. Substitution on the court.
Now here is Sims.
And the Sparks call time here. You know, we try to not play favorites, but the truth is we're all fans here. So, guys, who is your favorite player to watch?
This is easy. I got to go with Sabrina Ionescu, who's also from my hometown of Walnut Creek. She plays so unselfish, but also has an amazing three-point shot, so she can score in bunches.
Yeah, I'm a big Kelsey Plum fan. You know, I love players who can shoot, and Kelsey certainly can do that. But she also has other parts of her game that are very good. And, of course, I mean, lefties, they just make everything look better.
Outside Stevens. Pass to Jackson. Back to Stevens. And you can count it. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, no task is too tall for Stevens because she'll fight through contact all day if she has to.
Thomas a screen. Leah Copper for 3. The Sparks grab the miss. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
You know, when we talk about players who just get better during the offseason, that put in the work, Kelsey Plum has got to be high on that list.
Yeah, she was the first overall pick back in 2017, and she struggled her first few years. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but Plum's really improved on her game. She's been top 5 in most improved players 3 different times, and now one of the best scoring guards in the W.
Alyssa Thomas, so aggressive going to the basket. She knows how to finish.
She's getting her first free throw attempt of the game here. Now here's Plum. She's covered by Copper. Pass to Stevens. 6 to shoot. And here is Sims. Connects on the foul line jumper.
An impact perimeter player, Sims uses a mature feel for the game to score points.
Here's Copper. Basket number 8 for her on 13 attempts. That's a 62% clip so far.
Nice low post offense.
Outside Plum. Good, and it's Odyssey Sims who picks up the assist.
What effort from Plum down in the paint, outworking the defense and getting a shot.
Thomas with the ball. She's picked up by Sims.
Who's on misses?
Plum with it. 22 points for her. Outside Sims. Pass to Hamby. Three-pointer Kelsey Plum. It's rebounded by Alyssa Thomas.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Now here's Copper. She's guarded by Plum. Copper no good. Outside Plum. Here's Sims. Hamby. She's covered by Brown. Hamby down low. Brown's there. Good D from Kalani Brown. On the wing, Kalia Copper. With the fadeaway. On her 15th shot attempt, she makes her 9th basket. Shooting a very healthy 60% tonight. Outside Plum. Hamby. Over Brown. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Probably the most comfortable range for Hamby with her jumper, this 15 or so foot area. She's very accurate from here.
Here's Copper. And it's blocked by Kelsey Plum.
Pass to Mack.
Thomas. Azare Stevens with some nice D. Now here's Jackson. She's tightly guarded. And Copper with the rejection.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Now here's Thomas. She's guarded by Stevens. Here's Copper. And so she draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Odyssey Sims.
A aggressive drive by Copper, going right inside and picking up a good foul.
And you look at the career of Kalia Copper. She really took advantage of that 2020 season.
Yeah, that was the wobble year down in Bradenton. A lot of players opted out, but Copper, she opted in. She had by far her best season. And in the 3 years since, she's been an all-star 3 times. And, oh, by the way, Finals MVP with the Sky, too.
Fantastic touch from Copper there. You can see how locked in she is scoring inside.
Hamby a screen. Back to Plum. And that comes off the assist by De'Erica Hamby.
You're just asking for trouble if you let her roam free in three-point range.
Outside Whitcomb. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot, and will shoot 2 at the line.
Well, something I really like about Thomas's game, she gets to the foul line a lot.
You know, I just can't get over the fact that Alyssa Thomas has been playing with 2 torn labrums for years now. I mean, talk about toughness.
Yeah, hence her one-handed shooting style. But she's an absolute warrior. She's not only playing through pain, she's doing it at an elite level.
Up top, Whitcomb. Uzan. Pass to Copper.
Here's Uzan.
Over Sims. The Mercury with another miss. Here's Hamby. And that's not going to go. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Sparks ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Plum has been sensational.
Well, the threes have been falling for her at an incredible rate. That first half, absolutely ridiculous.
And here in the second, she's got to just keep taking them and keep making them. There is no reason for her to stop.
The 3, yes. Great play by Odyssey Sims to set it up.
Oh, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner because it's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Puts it up from 17, and the basket by Copper.
And this is Kalia Copper's role, guys. She's out here to score and take shots like this.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Left side, Sims. Kelsey Plum from outside. No good on that shot. Phoenix trailing here. And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Here's Copper. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Second personal foul.
And Brian, what do you think it is about Kalia Copper that makes her such a top-tier offensive weapon?
Most would say her pure skills, but you can't overlook her effort level. When Copper's on the floor, she's giving you everything she has, and then some.
Pass to Jackson. Stevens. She's covered by Thomas. Outside Plum. Drains the three-pointer.
And this is the mindset Plum has to possess, because when she buries quick shots, it gets her going.
Copper outside. Inside, Sabali. Outside Whitcomb. Pass to Copper. Takes the 3. Hamby grabs the miss. The Sparks with the lead. Here's Plum. Good, and De'Erica Hamby gets the assist.
Love the selfless, intelligent play by Hamby. Puts the ball into the wide-open shooter's hands.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix.
Here's Thomas. Uzan. She's covered by Sims.
Outside Whitcomb. Down low.
Here's Thomas. Here's Sabali. The shot from the low post is good.
A mix of finesse and length gets Sabali the inside shot. Such a skillful player.
Pass to Sims. Hamby. Plum with it. 5 to shoot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on Sabali.
Yeah, that's a nifty move by Plum right there, taking her shot right into the defense and making sure she gets the whistle.
Well, when you look at that 2024 WNBA draft, by far the most watched in league history, and arguably the most talent we've ever seen in a draft as well.
Well, the previous draft high was just about 600,000 viewers. This last one had 2.4 million, shattering the 20-year-old record.
And really, to me, the most exciting part of the WNBA right now, it's all the new viewers tuning in. It's just incredible.
And the Mercury with possession.
Copper outside. Thomas a screen.
To the paint. Lets it go. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
Second personal foul.
And 2023 featured the closest MVP vote ever, with Alyssa Thomas finishing second.
Yeah, it was interesting. And Thomas actually got the most first-place votes, but finished just behind Brianna Stewart, just ahead of Asia Wilson. Thomas averaging 16, 10, and 8. All defense, too. About as good of an all-around year as we've seen.
Here's Uzan. She's guarded by Plum. They get it back. Thomas. And she makes good on the layup.
You've got to be aware of Thomas there. She's one of the best on the O boards.
Sims with it.
Whitcomb covering.
Three-pointer Kelsey Plum. Gets it to go from downtown.
And they are just killing them with the three-point shot here in the second half.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. They are fully stretched out there trying to stop the three and still haven't been able to do it.
I don't know defensively what they can do different at this point.
This one for 3. It's good from long range.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
The kick out to Copper. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
If you let Copper get comfy, get time, and get set, she'll just continue to bury these shots.
And Odyssey Sims, here we go. Great open look there.
She placed that pass right out in front of her and just let her run into it.
Copper outside. Whitcomb. Stevens grabs the board. Hamby outside. Outside Sims. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Leah Copper from outside. Cans it from downtown.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there. A big gap in the D.
Outside Plum. Good, and it's Odyssey Sims who picks up the assist.
Maybe the most pure lefty jumper we've seen. Quick release, accurate. Plum's got a sweet J.
And she makes that one.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shots are falling for her.
Pass to Plum. And Alyssa Thomas with the block.
What a rejection. You know, Thomas doesn't mind the pressure. She loves being on the line in these kinds of moments.
Left side, Sabali. Whitcomb. She's guarded by Stevens. Here's Thomas. Nails the baby hook.
Well, the paint is Thomas's bread and butter because she is very confident in her ability to score inside.
Sparks leading. Outside Sims. To the middle. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot two. That one on Sabali. That's her first trip to the line. And the Mercury making a change here. And here the Mercury. Pass to Brown. Thomas with the ball. She's covered by Hamby. Now Copper. Thomas outside. Clock at 6. It's not going to go for her. Good D by De'Erica Hamby. Alema. Back to Hamby. Outside Sims. Hamby a screen. And they turn it over. 24-second buzzer signaling the shot clock violation. Phoenix trailing here. Copper outside. Thomas outside. Pass to Prince. Now Copper. She's covered by Sims. Here's Whitcomb. The three-pointer off the mark. Right side Sims. And here's Burrell. Past Alema. No good from outside. Now here's Copper. She's covered by Sims. And Kalia Copper gets the three.
Just such an intelligent distributor. Thomas has an amazing feel for when she should distribute the rock.
Green's shot is off. Now here's Copper. D right on her. Offensive rebound. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line. She shot 3 of 5 from the line.
A key cog in this offense. Thomas embraces her role and really looks to score whenever she can.
Pass to Burrell. Hamby with the ball. Launches it. Brown grabs the board.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Now Prince. Thomas a screen for the lead. And it's Prince missing. And here's Cannon. Past Alema. Count that one.
Was not phased at all by the bigger defender on her, and in the low block, I thought she might be a little phased.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that would be her comfort zone, but hey, she looked pretty comfortable right there, didn't she?
Got a hand on it. Here's the break. Finished off the break.
Good work in the transition game.
That's why when it's there, it's always a good idea to attack early before the defense even has the chance to set up.
Absolutely. So much easier to score in transition.
De'Erica Hamby on the wing. Past Alema. Shoots from the elbow. The shot, no good. And we wrap up the third, and it looks to be an exciting fourth. And after a quick break, we're coming right back with this. And we're set to start up the action in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Here's Alema. Pass to Russell. Burrell. Right side Plum. Let's go with a 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
3 points.
The quarter 3 is the easier 3 on the floor. Kelsey Plum knows that, and she took advantage.
Pass to Uzan. Shot clock at 6. Brown with the screen. Uzan, good.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
Outside Plum. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To Copper for three. Rebound by the Sparks. Here's Burrell. Pass to Plum. Now Alemán. Picked by Russell. From past the arc, Alemán's shot is off. Now here's Copper. She's guarded by Alemán. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for the three-point play. Going to the line for one.
You know, Kahleah Copper is the kind of versatile player a team can really count on. She's always there and ready to deliver, especially when it comes to points.
To the inside, Plum, and she floats it in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That's a terrific effort on the shot. She's giving up a lot of inches in that matchup.
Height? Who cares about height? She took it right at her.
And the basket by Copper.
She's got a lot of firepower right now. What a half she's having.
Past Alemán. Back to Plum. Jacks up a three. Drills the three-pointer.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there. Great hustle play right there, guys. Energy, passion. This is what you play the game for.
Pass to Plum. Fires at the elbow. Brown grabs the board.
Oh, man, and you know they wanted that one to go down.
Yeah, they would have loved to tie it up right there. Double Windsor.
Now here's Alemán. Defense right on her. To the middle. Brink, the shot is good.
Great communication between teammates there.
Pass to Prince. Copper with the ball. Good on the three-point shot.
What a bomb from Copper. That kind of accuracy is marvelous.
Outside Plum. Now Cannon. Back to Plum. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Phoenix.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
You see how focused Copper is on the drive, just slicing her way to the bucket with confidence.
Brink a screen. Beyond the arc. Alemán, good.
Julie.
Nice offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage.
Here's Uzan. She's guarded by Alemán. Here's the pick. Here's Uzan. Shoots over Alemán. Uzan misses. Now here's Alemán. Tight defense on her. Pass to Plum to take the lead. Brown grabs the board.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Russell, she's covered by Brown. Here's Cannon. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Phoenix in the lead. Now here's Prince. And there's the pick. Puts it up from 12. Yes, on the jump shot. Now the Sparks with it. Outside Plum. Brink a screen. To the paint. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Kelsey Plum.
A player just made for the pick-and-roll game. Plum's decision-making, along with her shooting ability, make her difficult to defend.
Now here's Thomas. She's covered by Hamby. Thomas with the ball. Inside. Mack. Kicks it out to Sabali. Screens it from beyond the arc.
It's big for Sabali's confidence when she hits from three-point land because she knows she has the touch.
Hamby a screen. Down low. It falls for her 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Thomas. She's covered by Hamby. Alyssa Thomas is doubled. Here's Mack. And the Mercury tack on 2 more. The Sparks trailing. Outside Plum. To the middle. Thomas with the steal. To the paint. And stolen by Azare Stevens. Plum. That's good.
The assist, De'Erica Hamby.
And it's the Mercury with the ball. Pass to Copper. Here's Mack. She's guarded by Stevens. Mack can't get it to go.
Terrific D. That's how to protect the rim.
Inside, Hamby can't connect from short range. On the wing, Kalia Copper. She's guarded by Plum. Copper outside. 4 on the shot clock. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I tell you, she loves getting looks like that from three-point range. Just nobody near her.
Pass to Stevens. Basket counts.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
And the Mercury call time here.
Yeah, coach wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change up some things as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
And kind of change that game plan as well.
Pass to Uzan. Outside Sabali. Outside Whitcomb. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. And it's out of bounds. The Mercury able to retain possession here. Sabali. Stevens grabs the board. Here's Plum. It's rebounded by Sabali. And they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer.
Thomas left side. Rebound by the Sparks. Jackson with the ball. Picked up by Thomas. Pass to Sims. Clock at 6. Hamby down low. He's covered by Copper. Hamby misses. To the inside. Uzan. Faked in off the glass.
She put that lead pass on a platter for her.
So it's the Sparks now. 6-point game. Here's Hamby. Not there for it's her 6th miss, and she is 5 for 11. Copper outside. And the shot count. She's fouled. That's a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, you just can't shake Copper's focus. Even when the defense roughs her up, she stays glued to the task at hand and converts the and-one.
To the paint. Here's Hamby. Outside Sims. Just 5 to shoot. There's a screen by Stevens. They shoot again. It goes straight through with a swish. And they are this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock. And most importantly, don't turn it over.
Yeah, don't pull a Tim. Kalia Copper from outside. Offensive rebound, Mercury. Sabali shot is off. And she's on the 3 ball. And so it's Phoenix who's straight by with the win. This one was up for grabs right until the dying seconds.
And you know, I think what stood out was they showed their character when it mattered, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that's a wrap, everyone.